Yo, 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 yo. This is GoldenGatesBus TV. You know what time it is. We are doing this like my man Nipsey said. What he said? The marathon. The marathon continues. Yo, listen, I don't know if y'all been through Connecticut. I don't know if y'all been here before, but I got a very, very special guest with me. Her name, well, I'm going to let her introduce herself.
My
My
name is
special
Nadia
guest.
Sims, and I do poetry. What's
Hey,
up?
what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Yo, so Miss Nadia, where are you from? Tell us who you are for the audience who are gonna get to know you. Let's start 'em- Let's get them started. Where you from? Who are you?
Well, I'm from Bloomfield, Connecticut. Grew up there. Currently homeowning in Manchester. Went to school in Princeton.
Okay.
Graduated, and just decided to follow my heart, follow my gifts, and start poetry and start trying to spread the message of grace everywhere.
Okay. So, how old are you when you started doing poetry? Where were you and how old were you?
So I've been writing all my life.
Okay. What's all your life? Because I know you was
I
writing too.
mean, no, I was that student in the sixth grade who saw Remember the Titans and did the poem over the intercom. I was that girl. So,
The go-to girl. And it was like,
you
get
know
the
what I mean?
poetry.
Oh, we got an assembly night. He's gonna do a
Uh,
poem. I was that girl.
okay.
I stopped writing for a while, and then 2 years ago, I just got tired of my gifts feeling unemployed. I had a really good job, but I wasn't doing anything with my talent. I wasn't doing anything with my message.
Where were you working?
So I was still working Collins Aerospace. So I got a nice aerospace job, it's paying the mortgage, but I can't do poetry in aerospace.
I must say, your
I
heart's
can't,
not
you know
in
what I
it.
mean? I can't spit fire to these blueprints. What am I?
No, I feel you. I
You
feel
know what I
you.
mean? So I just one day I was in a really dark time, and I was like, I just want to write. And I started writing again 2 years ago, and I went to my first open mic.
Wait, I'm sorry. Was your influence the fact that like you were going through something, or what was the influence 2 years ago?
The influence was that I was going through something. Poetry was my outlet, but I also wanted to do something with my gifts. So I was at this weird place in my life where I wanted to write, but I also didn't just want to journal. I didn't just want to keep it to myself. I wanted to speak and get some of this stuff out. So
I totally understand.
wrote a few poems, went to an open mic, did it. I was like, I like it. We're gonna write a book.
Read a book.
We're gonna write a book. So I wrote my first book, A Soft Place to Land. Did a showcase 6 months later where I had dancers, and I did poems, and I had a little open mic portion and performers. And I was like, this is what I want to be doing.
Did that feel better than your best day at
I
your aerospace?
mean, my mother was in the front row, and the flyer had me on it, and I was like, I get to share something that means everything to me.
Facts.
That
sounds beautiful.
It
That
was
sounds beautiful.
such a moment. I was just and I got to show my mother, this is my heart. Yeah, I know you're proud of me, but this is what I would do if I could just do it.
If you could pick one.
If I could just pick something and let it pay my bills and sustain me, this would be it. And
So okay.
haven't stopped.
Let me give you a hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
Your job now at 200,000 or poetry for the rest of your life, but 30K.
My job. I can't live off
Okay,
30K.
okay,
I can't
okay.
even. What? Who am I? What? I would lose my house.
We're just checking, get a foundation of reality.
mean, yes, I'm an artist, but I can't do the broke artist.
The struggling artist.
A struggling artist. I was not meant to struggle. I'll put it that way.
I hear.
You know how they say Tyler Perry was homeless and living in his car. I can't look at my mom and be like, look,
I'm doing poetry still.
I'm doing poetry, and that's all I'm doing. And we lost the house.
Yeah, she probably be like,
What?
Where's my belt?
You know what
Where's
I'm
my
saying?
belt?
Legit. Get you-
Thanks.
But what I do is,
Wait, are you people Jamaican?
well, my stepfather was growing up. I grew up with a Jamaican stepfather.
Okay.
But she's American. My mother's American.
She got a bit of yachty. Right.
But what I do is I work a full-time job, and then I go to these open mics after work. I write every day.
Every day?
Every day. I write.
Like a
every
journal?
day. No, I write poems, stories.
No, like poems in journal form.
scripts,
Like how you
plays,
really?
all of it. Yes, I write every day.
Do you ever plan to put out all your work, and how do you plan on doing that? Or do you only have like when you write something out, do you be like, you know what, this is for my eyes only, or how you differentiate between what's gonna make it out and what doesn't?
That's a good one. So everything starts off for my eyes only.
Mm-hmm.
And then if I have something that I'm like, oh no, this people can feel this.
Mm-hmm.
Like this could help somebody. Then
Have
I'll
you-
do it at an open mic.
Mhm.
And if it like sparks something and I can like after a while I'll look back through what I've written and if I can get a collection together, I'll put that out.
Okay.
Like that's how my second book, We Know the Dark, came out. I was like,
We Know the Dark.
yeah.
You got some good titles, girl. God damn.
Listen, the album, the spoken word
damn.
album, The Weight of Grace. Like I be naming stuff.
Yeah, you got some good names right there.
I be naming stuff.
God damn. Jesus. Yo, she got some good titles. Y'all. Y'all might just stumble upon her books just based off the title and then find out she wrote it
Listen.
after. Like,
Listen,
that
that
good.
part. But like if it's something and I'm like, oh, the people gonna feel this. Women gonna feel this. Ladies gonna love this.
is that your target audience? Who's your target audience?
Women.
Women all the way?
Mm-hmm. Oh well.
What's the percentage? How much women, how much men, you think? I don't know if you checked your analytics, but what do you assume?
It's probably like 80-20.
80-20? Are you comfortable with that?
Mm-hmm.
That's like want it?
Mm-hmm. Because, and I say that because I was raised by women. I live with all women. The only people who have truly ever loved me entirely without needing me to perform or do anything crazy was women.
Not male family? Not male friends?
I got one male cousin. He's ignorant, but I love him. Like he arrived
watch,
for
he's
me.
like, damn.
He'll arrive for me, but he also won't let me get married in peace. Like I can't invite him to my wedding because he'll
can't?
object. He'll object. He's that guy.
What's the reason he would object?
Because he's a hater.
Oh, boy.
He's a hater on life and love. He don't want to see me live my life and be in love. Like
Okay.
it's,
So, all right. So you say your target audience is women, and that you think that it reflects because you believe your audience is 80% women and 20% men.
I
correct?
also am a woman.
Right.
Like I also know what it means to be a woman, to have to be a woman, a black woman who's trying to, find her softness and her femininity, but I gotta be, I hate like masculine, but I'm a homeowner. I am the head of household.
Mm.
I'm the man in my house. Like
You
I'm
have
the
children?
one. No.
And you're the man of the house. So you say the
Listen,
man.
I live with my mother and my sister and the dog. I'm the tallest one in my house at 5'3".
So somebody come knocking on the door at 2 a.m. asking for a sugar. You gotta answer the door. God damn.
Like I'm the one who I got the toolbox. I'm the one who gotta fix. If something breaks, I gotta fix it. If somebody needs something, I'm making the calls. Like I'm that person.
So now, do you want a man?
Yeah, someday.
Okay.
Hopefully.
What are you doing to get this said person? What actions are you taking?
What do you
day-to-day?
mean actions?
Like, what are you doing? What are you doing to make sure that this person comes along? Because this person they're not gonna just fall in your lap.
I know that
So
is
how-
the sad part.
Right.
Like
That's not sad. You gotta
he
earn it,
should
girl.
just-
What you
I
mean?
feel like he should show up at my doorstep with a lawnmower and be like, "Yo, you want me to take care of this lawn?"
That's like okay.
Or he builds me a new porch and he's like, "Yo, look what I did."
That's like me putting in like 40 hours of GTA, right? And then being like, yo, it's not fair. I need a woman to come to my front doorstep and just lay it on me because, I'm doing what I like to do and they need to just spread them open.
That's unreasonable.
How does that sound?
I mean, unreasonable. But I mean, okay, I have two thoughts.
Okay.
The first thought is the one thing that I can do for someone to come along and love me is love myself. Is take care of myself, is make sure, like my heart is in a good place and, my head is in a good place and I ain't trying to rob nobody of their time or energy. Like I have something to offer, something to add. I want to be, like I said, a soft place to land for somebody.
Ooh, see,
You know what I mean? I want to take
that.
care of my person,
Yes.
but I also want to be taken care of.
Yes.
And by that, I mean, work me like you work your mixtape. I feel like people put energy into everything except love. You ask somebody if they hustling, if they grinding, they put they all in. If you want, like somebody wants to be, you want to be the best podcast ever, you ain't out here being mediocre.
Facts.
Look at your setup.
Facts.
Look at how much you care. Look at your equipment. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of energy I want somebody to put into loving me, though.
Okay. Now,
love me like you'd love yourself if
and
the
that
world wasn't trying to
sounds-
change you.
It sounds very sweet on paper. But then, do you believe, like, what do you believe that you need to do to get said person? Because you want to, I hear what you want, and I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. A
What do
lot
I
of
need
women
to
want
do?
that.
What would you do?
What do you mean?
Like, example. Show me an example plan. Like, what are actions? What do you mean by actions?
All right. Well, I'm a man, so I'll give you an example from a man's point of view.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. All right. I have a girl, but let's say I was on the market, and I'm like, I want a baddie, right? I want a 9, and I want her to be submissive, and I want her to be this. One step that I would take is to get in shape, because I know that's gonna set me aside of the bunch. So that way, when it all comes down to it, if she doesn't find me attractive, if maybe my money's not the most out of the guys she's dealing with, at least I'm in probably the better shape than the majority of the guys she's dealing with.
You ain't doing that.
Who's not doing that?
Me.
Well.
No.
Well. Oh, so but then let's go to say what type. Okay, name me the type of man you deserve. That you deserve.
Ooh, that I deserve?
Yes. Tell me what you
I
deserve.
deserve a
And please
builder.
be realistic.
I deserve a builder.
A builder. What does that mean?
I deserve someone who can make something out of nothing. Someone who is willing to lead, but also listen. I want someone.
Wait, what does that mean? What does that even look like?
Like, I don't
Lead and
mind.
listen.
Like, okay, so everybody, like, I don't mind being submissive, but you got to know what you're doing. You got to be a plan. You have to be a planner. You got to be able to say, okay, we're going in this direction, but be willing to hear my take on it.
What if your man hears you but doesn't take into account?
That's fine, because I'm hard-headed too. But I listen. I at least listen.
How many percent of the time?
That I'm hard-headed?
Yes.
Jaleesa would say, my sister would say like 100%, like Nadia don't
Oh,
listen.
see. And
But-
what would you say?
I say, I hear you,
Uh-huh.
but I might not follow you.
You're not conceding?
Not all the time. Sometimes I do.
Okay. Now, do you think this builder, right, because we're working with your dream man, well, let's start with resources. How much money does this builder need to make?
Honestly, he doesn't need to make much.
So you would take a builder, make it, let's say he's
Like,
at,
say he made that 30.
no, yeah, at Home Depot, and he's like, I'm not moving from Home Depot. I love this place. I'm not going nowhere.
But let's say he was like, but babe, I can get you this 15% off on materials to help rebuild the house.
You take him?
Hell yeah. Where he at?
40 years old, Home Depot, 30 years an hour. As long as he can fix and mow the lawn, you keep him. I don't believe you. That's it?
Does he? But he has to also be secure. Can he be secure with my pockets paying the mortgage while he builds? While
I mean, $30,000.
Is he secure? Because an insecure man will hate me for my salary.
Yeah, only if you make it a miserable experience.
Not true.
If that's 100% true. Why
Not
else?
true.
Why else would he be?
Because some men hate you for allowing them to exist and not pushing them. Like, if you're not pushing him, if I'm not pushing him out of that a Home Depot job, if I'm satisfied, if he feels like I'm settling, he won't like me.
Why you feel that way?
Because a man has told me
That
that he's like, because I settled for him, he didn't want me. That I made him, he felt like he worked for me.
what were you doing to make him feel that way though? Like
Letting him fix stuff. Because I would be like, ooh, I'm going to hire this guy. And he's like, but you know I do that. And then he would do it and be like, but you let me?
Why wouldn't you let him? Why wouldn't you let him?
Why wouldn't I let him?
Yeah.
You see, you have common sense.
Right.
You sound like a man that's secure.
Right.
There's a lot of insecure people out here.
And you don't think they would? You don't think they would?
Insecure people do not use logic. They feel. They don't think.
Okay. I agree with you.
Because you go in my house and you feel my pockets.
Okay. So
You don't think about my needs.
Give us some more attributes. So you said he has to be a builder. Doesn't matter how much he makes, but as long as he's building.
Yes.
What else does this man have?
Like, because my love language is acts of service. So you model.
Yo. So we back again. This is GGBTV. I know this kind of random, but I know she popped out of nowhere. I got a special guest with me. I should have waited for her. I got too excited, but she made it on time. My special guest. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good.
Good. Tell the people who you are.
My name is Aya Conke. I just go by A. And I originally came on when he did one at Parkville Market. And I'm excited to be back.
True. So today, our special guest is Miss Nadia Sims.
What's up?
She's a poet, right? And the last thing we were talking about was her builder man. We're talking about who's the perfect partner for her. So you last left off and said that he needed to be a builder. What other attributes are you looking for this perfect man?
Okay. Ambition, consistency, consideration, confidence, security.
Okay. Is that masculinity? It sounds like masculinity to you?
It's a certain strain of masculinity.
A strain of masculinity?
Okay,
What
because
does
not
that
all
mean?
masculinity is good masculinity.
Okay, what's bad masculinity?
Oh, bad masculinity?
Give me a trait.
Bad masculinity is, Kevin Samuels.
Oh, boy.
But you know what I'm saying.
The Godfather. R.I.P. The Godfather. I don't know what she has against the Godfather, but we'll get there. Hey, what do you think?
Oh, wait, write that back. Say that question. Because about Kevin Samuels?
No, give me a toxic trait of masculinity.
A high ego that's kind of mixed with insecurities.
That's masculine, though?
There are some. It can be masked with it. Like, it could come off like they'll hide behind, oh, that's me being masculine, but it's just an ego or
The inability to be affectionate. The inability
Yeah.
to step outside of their image. The inability to... Oh, this is tough. The inability to say, I don't have to be right.
Why do you think that women get such satisfaction for a man saying that he doesn't have to be right, especially if he is right?
Wait, I'm sorry. Take that back.
What do you mean? So no, because think about it. If he's
if you-
saying, hold on, if he's come out of his mouth to have to say, you know what, I don't have to be right. That means right that he's probably right, but he doesn't want to continue the argument, or he doesn't want to continue any kind of, confrontation that may be going on for him to justify to say, I don't have to be right.
I don't have a problem with a man being right. I have a problem not being heard. I have a problem not being considered.
But how do you distinguish between being heard and him saying no after every time you've got your thing out? So let's say, because you want to be heard, but let's say he lets you go, like, okay, I'm upset because this, and this. He's like, well, I understand how you feel, but you're just in your, in your feelings, and that's like
See
the
what
result.
you just did, though? But that was a dismissal. You say you just in your feelings.
So how would you expect him to address when you argue?
Just be like, okay, look, I hear you. I heard you say A, B, and C, and this is why I think D. Not, you said all of that and that don't matter. Don't dismiss me.
Okay.
Consider me.
So if 9 out of
Hear
10
me.
times he says, babe, I heard what you said. I get why you think that, but that doesn't make sense for the 9th time in a row.
For the 9th time in a row, like, why would you do that?
No, whoa.
Okay.
For you, I'm saying 9 times in a row.
But that's where men slip up. They be slick. They're too busy being slick and trying to be right to actually have a conversation and a dialogue. It takes actual attention to have a dialogue. You can't just sit there sitting there thinking about what you about to say. You actually have to receive what I said.
Okay. I agree with you. I totally agree with you.
Because a lot of women have that same problem.
What percent? Give me a percent. Give me a
You
number.
will not make me do that.
Come on, give me a percent.
Never.
Give me a rough. Give me a
Never.
rough.
Never. Never. I say a lot and leave it there.
All right, bet. So let's get back to this builder man. So he basically has to be a masculine, confident, building. What did you say? What did you said?
Considerate.
Considerate. He has to listen to your feelings. Now, 2 things. What if one, he'll give you that, but he's feminine until you get that out of him.
What do you mean by feminine?
He's not that until you get him to be that.
Like I gotta work with him?
Yeah, or like, so for example, confidence or security, you said, right? So let's say you out with your mans, right? You guys at a dinner or whatever. Some other guys like, slaps your butt, and your man looks at you and says, what you want me to do about it?
Ooh. Ain't no way.
And now you have to explain to him to be masculine in a time to be masculine.
But what do I want him to do? Do I want him to fight
tell
him? Like, what?
What he just looks at you and says, I don't know what to do.
I wouldn't be entirely mad because I don't know. it's hard because when you say masculine, I feel like it's overshadowing something, and I'm not trying to agree to something that I may not agree with.
Exactly.
So if I'm in a moment like that, already I'm just gonna defend my own self right at the bat. Because why are you touching me? I don't need anybody else to defend me. But if I'm with my significant other and they don't feel like they can hit that in that moment, yeah, I might feel a little hurt. But also at the end of the day, just me being me, I'm gonna defend my own self. Because why are you touching me?
After you defend yourself, though, how are you gonna look at your man?
As I said, I'm gonna be a little hurt. I'm gonna probably ask him if I'm with the guy, like, what, like, why didn't you? Like, if it's a size thing, I get it.
No.
You
What if
thought
it's
you
not?
were gonna get slugged.
What if he was like, babe, that's, I know I'm not trying to operate in that space. I wanted to kind of play it back and be in my feminine until, a justified
But why
reason.
would he say being his feminine? Because I'm confused. What's feminine then?
Checkmate. Because women would do that. Women would do something and say, well, I'm only masculine until somebody gets me into my feminine. So why is that okay for a woman to say I'm in my masculine until someone gets me in my feminine, but it's not okay for a man to be in his feminine until somebody gets him into his masculine.
Well, so I was gonna say I understand what you're trying to say or what you're saying, and I was gonna say first off the bat, personally speaking, I don't see nothing wrong with a man being in his more sensitive side.
Feminine. No, don't say sensitive.
Okay,
Feminine.
so feminine side, whatever that is. Whatever that is. Because when I think of the female, when they're saying I'm in my masculine until I get someone to take me to my feminine, that's because they're probably moving in a state of like survival mode, and whatever that is, they're hyper independent, very
You have to be
for a lot of solid reasons. But when they say that, they're not saying it in a way of like trying to be superior. It's just looking at the way society is and how they have to walk about life and deal with things. They have to move that way. But then when they have someone that they're able to be vulnerable with and build that communication and have that trust, then they can step into that femininity because their guards are down.
Say that,
I think a man should be able to do that. I think it's wrong if he must say that you can't do that. I definitely agree with that, but I don't think all women think like that.
Do you believe that end part that guy is wrong for women to put that pressure on men to not be in their feminine?
I think you switched up the question.
Did I? Did I? She said.
But
I could have sworn she said.
I absolutely agree. Okay.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna take a quick break, real quick. We're gonna jump back in because I don't want y'all to miss not one word of this conversation. Yo, it's GGBTV. Let's get it. Let's go. Watch this.
Since you did that.
That was
well said. That was so well said.
Perfect.
That was so well said.
Yo, it's your boy Lush the God, live from the pod bus, doing what I do for real. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for liking, commenting, and sharing, and subscribing to content. Y'all know I do what it does, and I does what it do. In order to keep doing this, though, I do need some donations. If y'all got it like that, I would love to take some donations so I can get this bus on the road and I can come to a city and state near you. Till then, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 4,000 watch hours so we can get this thing monetized and we can get on the road. In order to do that, y'all know what time it is. Support. Best way we know how. Lucia got in the building. Lucia got on the pod bus for real, doing this for real. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. Peace.
That was so well said.
All right. So we are back again because I told y'all not to leave, not to go nowhere because we are still here. Ladies, where did we last leave off?
We left off on bringing masculinity and femininity. And you had the scenario of you're in the club, another man slaps your butt, and your man doesn't want to engage.
Yes.
Okay.
He's in his feminine.
I hate that you say that. I do. Because the issue for me is not, I'm a part of why I like security and confidence in a man is because I am looking to feel safe. So if I'm in that situation, one, if you see me fight, you my teammate, we fighting.
Oh my goodness.
I agree on that.
Just got into a confrontation.
Male or female.
Not like male or
getting
female, if friend or not. You know what I mean? Even if you're my friend,
if
as
I
my
see something
friend,
foul's happening, I'm gonna help save
you
your
know
life.
what I'm saying?
Why not?
As my friend, if I see something go down, I see you slap my friend, but we all gotta fight. So we all. So it's not just like feminine masculinity. It's like I need you to be my partner, and I need to feel safe.
I get you. That's a masculine thing asking for.
After that situation, if he goes, babe, I was just in my feminine, I go, well, as your partner, I felt unsafe in that moment. I didn't feel protected, and I didn't feel like you had my back, more importantly.
Mm-hmm. I like that. I like how you broke that down and said that and articulated your thoughts. Tell me what you think about this. Now, when a man says, babe, I don't like when you are always like seconding me and challenging me because it comes off extremely masculine, and I don't like to be in my masculine and you and your masculine to be in the same space. Could you cut that shit out? How does that sound?
Okay, so I hate the way you phrased it.
Let's start there.
But I feel like if my man is establishing that boundary, and he's saying the way you speak to me puts me in a bad space. You're crossing boundaries to me where I feel like you're limiting my expression. I can't talk to you. Myself, I don't feel safe talking to you. That's something different. That's something you have to take seriously.
But what if he doesn't make? Because we don't express that hard. We'll just say something like, "I don't like the fact you keep challenging me. Can you stop?"
Okay, and then that's when I think you kind of have to take.
Can you try though?
Legit, like effort.
Try what? Try what?
If you are someone who is naturally depositioned, whatever, someone who just can't open up, can't let their guard down and do that. If you care enough to be with someone and share, because when you're with someone, you're not just with them. You're taking on whatever their past was, whoever they are, their love language, how they how they do things, and you're caring for not only that, but to also nurture it, help them grow while they help you. You guys are supposed to be together, be individuals, but also like work together, complement each other. So if you're agreeing to be with somebody, that means you're also agreeing to understand there are things that you do that you have to change to help that person or just to get through that person. If you get upset and like there's just a way how like what you were saying, what did you just say? What was the scenario?
About
I don't like the way
the fighting.
Oh
no, challenging me. Yes,
challenging
women behaving masculine. So a masculine trait is being really challenging, right? Challenging authority. So if just how you guys just said that you like to feel security
right.
with your man. A man likes to feel feminine energy from his women, which means he likes for his women not to challenge him. So if he expresses to you, hold on, especially you, Miss Nadia, because sounds like you like to get your point across and you like to be heard. So in a space where you like to be heard, he's telling you, stop challenging me because you being heard may be challenging whatever he's already said. Who wins?
So
tell me about that.
I feel like that is where people have to work on their communication skills. If a man opens up that much, you have to respect the little words he does give you. I don't like how you challenge me. Stop challenging me is very different from what you just said.
What?
You just
That's like saying 1 + 1 is 2. 1 plus
stop challenging
fucking 1
me
is 2.
is an order.
Yes.
I don't like when you challenge me as a conversation. That's you telling me I do something that hurts
Language
you.
matters.
Language
Wordplay
matters.
does matter. Word
Tone
choice
matters.
Yes.
I don't like when you challenge me. That's saying you've seen something in me that I need to address. That says that lets me know, okay, I need to take a step back and go, well, when does that happen? What do you see? How can I come at you different? Like, how can I address this differently? That is communication. Stop challenging me is an order. That's you trying. That becomes a confrontation instead of a conversation.
Do you believe that men are direct or masculine men are direct? Do you believe that masculine men are direct?
I hate this. Why do you keep using? What is this obsession with this word?
I'm just asking.
I believe men in general are direct. I believe some men don't have a filter, even though they think they have one. I think words start here. Some men will kind of check it. They'll do a spell check here, but it'll come out the mouth before it hits the gut.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes.
And I believe I'm sensitive. So, like, you might not be able to come out and be like, yo, challenging me is a dumb thing to do. Because I'm going to walk away because I can't do confrontation.
You personally, or you saying
me personally? I grew up in a house with it. I can't do it.
So you cool with your man being nonchalant, just walking off when you guys get into it, or when it's starting to get to his level, it's too hot? If
it's too hot, we can. I believe. I do this with my sister. I be like, okay, we gotta take a time out.
Right.
We gotta take a time. I can't engage with this right now. It's putting me in a bad space. I can't even think right now. It's hurting my stomach. Time out. Let me come back. Let me go formulate my thoughts and come back, and we'll continue this conversation when I'm in a better headspace.
You agree as well?
Yeah, I was gonna ask, do you guys come back and talk
Absolutely,
about it?
because we don't sit. We don't sit.
You don't
want
want
how long is too long?
Huh?
How long is that?
Oh no, we're talking business day.
No,
I like that.
I don't agree with that.
I like
no,
that.
but
We not going to bed angry.
Bed ain't well.
We not going to bed
Well,
angry.
I don't go.
If I sit with that in my heart, we not going to bed angry.
I
That makes
agree
it deeper
with
than
that.
what it is.
So what do you do? Is it a couple hours?
Right.
Take
What,
a couple hours.
what if it happens at night?
If it happens at night, that's different. We gonna go to different time zone.
He could
like,
sleep on the
3 hours.
scene, roll over. I totally got a touch. I do believe in being too hot to actually converse. Mm-hmm. There is a space you can get to where it's not about getting your point across. It's about doing damage. Mm-hmm. And I feel like once you're in a space of doing damage, y'all shouldn't even be in the same room.
Who do you think are better verbal damagers, women or men?
Oh, me.
Me?
Me,
Women?
Nadia. Nadia.
Okay.
That's why
I was gonna say it's not even
because I don't, because once I get to a certain space, I'm not fighting fair, and I'll hate myself afterwards. But I'm gonna get this look.
You rip deep. Hey, you too?
Define what deep is.
Oh, no.
And I was going to say, I don't go by gender because, like, anyone could do it.
Anybody
Honestly,
can get it.
This going to sound kind of crazy. I go by ethnicity. So I'm Jamaican. And the way I was raised, it go deep. So I know how to go deep. So it's just like it. But I was like, let me not entertain that. So
you're like, man, you do that shit again. What's up on your mother? And it's like, God damn, I had to suck my mother's vagina for...
I saw something today that said, well, why she say my microwave ain't have no plate? Like,
yo. So I got another quick question for you guys.
Yeah.
You guys both want children?
No, but it's up for discussion. But off the bat, no.
No?
Yes, kind of.
Yes, kind of. I'm Nadia. I'm sorry. If you don't mind telling the audience how old you are.
I'm 34. So,
34.
like, I feel, in my heart, I feel like I got, like, a year left to be like, I ain't gonna do it.
Before you're not going to do it? A year? My mom had my little brother at, like, 38.
I'm young, but I also have, like, PCOS. So I already have, like, my ovaries are already jacked up. So it's already going to be hard. And then I'm diabetic. So, like, it's just a lot of factors. And I also have to have a donor. And I don't have one right now. So it's like...
I'm pretty sure there's a guy in your friend zone, somewhere in your inbox, with 600 good mornings, that would be a donor. What happened to that?
He got a girlfriend.
Oh, my.
All of them in there?
Mm-hmm.
All of them?
You said one specific person.
Okay, all the men in your inbox who are good morning, good morning, good morning.
They're not men like that in my inbox. Let's start there. Let's start there.
How many inboxes?
Would you adopt?
Yes.
Yes?
Okay.
Absolutely. I have a little black baby, and I would get an older one, get me like a 12-year-old who speaks sentences and can read and can tell me what he want, and we like make it work.
12 years? Is that what you think is the golden age?
Yes.
Mama glad.
Oh man.
We're gonna take a break and get back to these damn kids, cause this is what we're gonna do. You know what I mean?
Give me a couple teenagers.
You guys got foster mom?
You know, I was sweet. Absolutely.
Back again. This is GGBTV. You know what it is. I got my girl Nadia Sims.
What it do?
I got A in the building as well. Feel me. So last time we was talking, we was getting into convo of kids, and I think A asked Miss Nadia, would she adopt?
And I would absolutely adopt. Give me a pair of teenagers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pair of teenagers? These are 12
teenagers.
12 teenagers, because first of all, they are the most unloved. Like, they are the last to get homes. But also, I've been a big sister all my life. Like, I know how to do that part. So if maybe I can't be a parent, I can definitely be an older sister, a figure you can go to. We can have a relationship where I can give you a home, support you, and also kind of, like, guide you.
I never thought of it like that.
Boy or girl? Which one would you adopt? Here we go.
Okay, I've always felt like I was destined for a son.
Okay. You give me mama's son, like
you
son
know
of a
what
mama.
I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I always felt like I was destined for a son, and he would probably be an athlete. But
that's funny that I thought that in my head.
you know what I mean? Like, I would be that mama in the stands. You know, like,
That's my boy.
That's my baby. Wearing his jersey and stuff. That'd be me.
Hey, what you adopted?
More than likely, honestly, a baby.
Baby.
If not a baby.
A baby what?
I see a
Squirrel?
girl. I see a girl in your future.
Right. She do like a girl's mom.
Yeah, I mean, like you look like you could go toe to toe with a young preteen. You think you're grown?
Right,
so
right.
yes. No, it depends because I've worked residential, so it's like I'm used to adolescents, like teenagers. But when their mouth is slick, like to be called bitch ass to your face, like that shit is slick.
What sex are you adopting? And how old? What's the oldest you adopt?
My biggest thing is picking the age, not the gender.
Well, just pick one. Which one do you want? Which one's the 51 out of the 49? 51, 49, what? What's 51?
I'm gonna say a female because
Okay.
we raised with the same genitalia, so it'll be easier to tell her about.
Yeah.
True.
So, and then age range.
What's the oldest you adopt? I know you ain't taking no 17-year-old. You know he's stealing.
Still for me,
What, you gonna beat up a 17-year-old foster kid? Yeah.
I would. It depends on the personality because you could have some. I've met some really good 17-year-old kids, like, and they're funny.
Fostered?
Foster, yeah, like in the system.
Nadia, would you adopt a 17-year-old?
Hell yeah.
You would?
Yes, and then let's get you through college, and you could come home on the weekends, and like, yes, absolutely. Like I like older kids and older animals. Cause I'm good at transitions. I'm good at like being that center that you can always come home to. You know what I mean? Maybe
But
I
you would have no stake in the game by the time you would raise
Yes,
this
you
kid.
do.
No, think about it. You adopted him at 17. He's out at what, 20?
But you still got to get through colleges. You know how you.
Yeah, but you won't be there. You'll be where you
But
going?
you're at
Yes, I
least
am.
guiding
I'm
them
here-
through some big moments
And he
in their
can
life.
come home. He can come home to me. You know, and we can talk about. We can get you a career. We can get you a job. We can like. You want to see other countries? Let's travel. Like, heck yeah! There's so much more life than just the 16 prior years.
So let's say adoption is it's seriously a consideration for you. At what age do you plan on being to start this adoption process?
40.
40 is when you'll probably start looking?
That's like the latest.
Okay. Latest you'll start or latest?
Latest I'll start. Like if I can within the next couple years.
Oh, okay.
I probably won't be able to talk my mom into it. I'll probably try to have a baby first, but by 40, we're adopting.
Okay. Now, question for both of you guys: if you could not have sex to have this baby, you had to pay for it, right? How much would you pay?
The going rate is $10,000. It costs $10,000.
Oh, that's not bad.
You would trust somebody with $10,000 for a whole year to carry a baby for you?
Oh no!
Oh,
for
for that to
surrogate.
carry it?
No,
Well,
I
I
thought
mean-
you meant like insemination.
Yeah.
Oh no. So let's say you have to. Let's say there's no more like sex for babies. So you go to the doctor and the doctor says, oh, you want to buy a baby basically, right? And what price is he giving you where you'll be like, well, what price is considered too much? You'll pay $1 for a kid, but what price is considered too much for the whole process? Think about it as a loan that you can't default on for real.
I don't know if I'm thinking about this in a bad way, but I'm low key like, if they were to tell me you could have these 2 kids for $50, I would take that. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
No. How
How
I
much
just
would
want
you
them there.
spend?
Yeah, what's the most?
What's the most would you spend?
The max, maybe 20,000.
Alone. A loan
I
for
think
20,000?
20. I think 20 would be like.
Yeah.
You commit to that?
I
20K?
I mean, I was ready to commit to 10.
Well, this thing 30K. Would you commit to 30K loan
No.
for a child? No. Wow.
There has to be some type of support from, what do you call it?
From who?
Like federal, like.
No. You're paying for this. This is a loan that you're signing up for. Nobody's gonna help you pay for your loan.
But I'm
It's your
saying,
debt.
if that's how much it would cost for the baby, and I'm buying, I don't like saying it like that, but I'm buying, or sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
no, you're
adopting
buying.
the child from the government. They're
Yeah.
not giving me any type of resources or support
Because
to
now we have
help
to
me
pay the loan. I got to
because
raise this.
the child costs more than that just to raise
You
a
walked
loan.
into this place looking to buy a baby. So why would the government? That's like you going to. I need a computer. The government should come and buy a computer. That doesn't make any sense. You're walking in to get the loan. The government doesn't really. I mean, besides student loans, what is the government trying to come in and pay your loan for?
Honestly, if I'm really desperate and I want that child, the max I would probably pay is $20,000 to $30,000. There's ways to get good money fast.
I do 20.
I would do it.
I do 20.
Sheesh, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? 20,000. Okay. So Nadia, you were telling me earlier that you were celibate. Wow.
4 years.
4 years.
4 years.
And you said you're 34. So 30 you was a cutoff. What happened at 30 for you to say no more sex?
Oh, okay. So I had a little sneaky link, and we was doing our thing, and I was like, I caught feelings, but I was like, I've known you forever. We've been doing this forever. Like, I like you. He was like, but that's why I did. That's why I messed with you, because you weren't supposed to like me. He ain't like me back. And I realized, like, I had a bad habit of just giving myself to people and saying, I love you enough for the both of us. You ain't gotta love me back at first.
I'm sorry, were you doing it to people or were you giving it to him?
This was to him. This was in my friendships. Like, I had a very bad habit of people pleasing.
Okay.
But him specifically, I was just like, I have given it all, and it still wasn't enough.
Do you think that he just didn't want to be monogamous? Did you think, like, do you believe that if you said that
He said he didn't want a girlfriend, but he just didn't want me. Like,
that's true. I mean, I get that.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
I totally understand.
You know, like, men will be like, I don't want a girlfriend, and end up with a baddie, like, 10 minutes later in a relationship.
Do you know why? Do you know why that happens?
Why?
No, do you know?
I'm asking.
No, I'll tell you. I just want to hear your guess first. Why do you think that happens?
I want to hear your explanation.
Okay, hold on. Let's ask A real quick. A, why do you think that happens?
I generally want to know why.
Hold on. So think about it. So a man is dealing with a woman sexually for, let's call it 2 years, right? And she now has caught in feelings, because that's what women do. They catch feelings. And now he says, I'm not really looking for a girlfriend right now. Even though you guys obviously been displaying everything of girlfriend besides the title. Why would he tell you he's not looking for a girlfriend when he's obviously sexually attracted to you, but then pop up with another woman that's as his girlfriend when he's not looking for a girlfriend?
Tell us.
No, go ahead. She was about to say something.
In my mind, a good majority of men will have a handful of women to have sex with or entertain their time with for whatever they needs to be, but they have one that they ideally want to be seen outside with. So they are no problem to cut off the rest to fit whatever they feel as though this is what I want on my arm. That's what I was thinking, but I did not want to sound disrespectful, so I wanted to hear what you guys do. Or I'm not saying I do that, but why you do it, because I want to know.
I think you kind of had it up until the end where he says that is the one that he wants to like be caught out with. That's kind of true, because the women that men choose as wives are, remember I told you earlier, like the trophies, right? That's the one that they want to show to everybody as, I worked, whatever I did was good enough to get this, right? I think I know that the reason that this happens is because women overtly put men in the friend zone, right? So when a woman is not interested, she makes it very clear, we're not having sex, don't text me, don't call, I know I'm not interested in you like that, right? Guys, we don't do that because we like vagina so much. We don't do that. What we do is we basically covertly like dismiss you guys from a relationship. So what we do is you may do something, you say something, or just like a guy has it in his head, maybe within the first 10 minutes of meeting you, I don't care what happens, I don't care who she turns into, this girl will never be my girlfriend.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And all while he would still play the part, because guys still love vagina. They're going to play the part and do what they have to do until the woman caves in to say, either, no more sex because I need to understand what's going on. And that's where guys have if they can articulate their thoughts properly, they'll normally say, hey, I never really plan on you being my girlfriend. It's just that, I wanted sex, and in order to have sex with you, I had to do and say certain things. But there's something you probably did or said a while back that made me say, nah, you're not gonna be my girl.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a question to that. Why can't you just be honest and say that from the beginning?
Because men want sex. Women don't want sex, so that's why.
Women do though.
No. You do, but you don't want sex. You don't want sex with men that you don't want. Guys,
yes, you do.
Nadia, do women want sex with men they don't want?
I don't know who you be messing with, but I've been honest and told guys I do not see a relationship.
No. She does poetry for 80% of the women. She knows. She's a very smart woman. This woman knows exactly what's going on.
Define that you don't want the person. Is it
do
looks
women
or is
want
it
men?
Personality? Do
women want to have sex with men that they do not want?
I've done it.
I'm literally someone who does it. I'm honest. I can
sometimes
transparently
an
say
itch
that
is
to
just
someone.
an itch. Like,
Honestly.
Let's talk
hasn't
about
had-
the majority of the time. Majority of the women, majority of the time.
I mean, the best
we
sex is
can't.
with people you want.
Would you tell another woman, yeah, girls love having sex with guys you don't want?
But why would you say it like that? Because there's a
Because
lot
guys
of,
love it.
I know a lot of women who will go and have sex with people and be like, I don't see me dating him, but I just know he give me good dick. He don't look that
Yes.
good, but he give me good
Yes.
dick. Oh, I'm gonna go see this person and fuck him
Or-
because I know he gonna buy me food. I've seen so many women do that. Me, I'll do it. Not even like that. I'll just be like straight up to the person. I do not see us dating for this reasons, but I do feel like there's a sexual energy. We can fuck, and that's fine.
That's not what I mean
Keep
by
it
don't.
honest.
It used to be like a week after my period when shit got real. People won the lottery. Like,
Jeez.
There
Well,
were times.
right, but when you guys, when this does happen, I do agree this does happen to women. Like, you guys do fall short most times. Sometimes.
Sometimes.
short by
Y'all
what?
fall short by having sex with men that you're not really attracted to on some, just wanting to get the itch. But when you women do that, that's not a W technically for a woman. I mean, she can try to internalize it as a W.
But any
who's
sexual
calling it a
experience I have
W?
is my W, though. I'm going to call it a W because anyone I lay with, I thought about it and I did it for a reason. I didn't do it for nobody else praises or for what they want to know. It was for me to do what I wanted to do whenever we did it, wherever we did it.
And you may be the minority, but the majority of women are not going to waste time having sex, right? Raising their body count, the thing that makes them valuable. They're not going to waste their time doing that with a man. They do not. Not that they do want or they want, you know, a man that they do not want. So I don't understand how this is even a thing to challenge, but let me put it in this kind of context. If and I think I made this example when I first met you, if you walk out of the bar and you throw a fucking brick at a dude, right, and you break skin and he's bleeding from his forehead, he's like, what the hell? And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, baby, you know, I didn't mean to do that for you. You start touching his forehead and you be like, come, I live right up the street, come to my shit, I'll take care of it. What percent of men are gonna go with you to your home to
I
get
would
it?
hope none. That is
But give me a
sad.
number. What do you think is gonna
You
happen?
just hit this man with a
genuinely-
brick.
you with a brick and you break skin on his forehead,
Knowing my arm.
and then
throws.
you walk
He
to him
would
and you go,
beat my
I'm so
ass.
sorry.
He would probably want to set up on me. We would probably
The
fight.
majority of men will do what when you invite them to your home after you hit them with a
No.
stone?
I could understand that more if I like stepped on your sneaker and I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. You want me to go clean your sneaker at my house? Like, but throw
Nadia,
a
she's
brick at your
deflecting.
face.
Nadia,
I'm not
she's
deflecting. I'm making it a
deflecting.
realistic situation because that's not realistic enough. If I throw a brick at your face and you don't even know how hard I throw, mind you, I'm saying that I have an arm. I played softball. You're gonna want to fight me, and I'm gonna
Nadia.
set up. Like that's weird.
If she breaks skin on a man, right, and says, I'm so sorry, honey, I didn't mean, I was throwing it because I was mad, and I didn't mean to hit you like that, I live up the street. Let me I have some bandages and stuff. We gotta take care of it. I get something to eat. What do you think? How much percent of men are gonna take that offer?
Most of them.
Oh.
Really?
Oh,
Because-
so
Let
you
me
shocked?
ask you
You
guys.
shocked?
Yes, let me ask you guys. If I did that to you guys, would you really come home with me? For real, if you saw me, would you come home with me?
He been hurt.
Would you
before.
come home with me?
I got a girl. I can't do that.
Why you asking?
I go home with no one.
I don't want anyone. I'm just being like
That's a red flag.
Yeah, you would you think I was gonna beat on you or something? Like I
No, but
I would
Bob,
think you
Bob.
gonna beat my ass.
But hold on. What if like you don't know that she directly threw that at you? I mean, you know she threw that at you, but you didn't know like if she just it was an accident on
Oh,
purpose.
Then
you
that's
know when she's
different.
trying
No,
You make it
but
sound
that-
like you saw me throw it at you.
No, but that difference is it make if it was a woman, it doesn't matter, right? Because if a
It
woman,
does.
hold on. Now let's reverse it. If now you're walking out the bar and I throw a rock at your forehead and I
Calling
break,
the cops.
thank you. At what point are you gonna find it? No, what can I do to gain attraction for you to come to my house and you take care of me the way the woman's gonna take care
Your
of that guy?
words. Know how to sweet talk with your words. You don't need
She's-
to touch
she
me.
is
You don't need to
old.
come. I'm old. I feel like
Tell me
I keep
about-
hearing like I'm
Yeah,
the
she cat.
minority, but I know a whole bunch of people who think
Cat.
like me, and it just makes me
Absolutely.
like I.
Nadia.
We don't. It don't have to be this hard. Attraction is not this hard.
It's not.
You know
No,
how
no.
I know
If
it's
I
not this
just turned
hard?
you away because you were creepy or you did something that gave me a red flag. Other than that, it's really not that hard. And I'm an honest ass person, I'll tell you right away, like, yeah, I'm feeling you. Or I'm like,
After he threw a rock and broke skin.
you know, that's
You know why? You know why I know.
No, but that's the example. When the man throws a rocket, when you throw the rock at the man, and he doesn't know if you do it on purpose or not, and he's and you say, "I'm sorry." You do that women. Oh, I'm so sorry. Is that hurt? I'm so sorry. Oh, all right, listen. I live on the street. Let me take care of it. I would assume maybe 70% of the men will say, all right, it's not a big deal. They're not calling the police.
Honestly, I assume 70% would try to beat my ass.
Oh,
I
boy,
assume,
hey,
that would be my.
So how, and what, 30% will allow you to take them home?
Maybe, because I just find that weird if you would. Like,
Nadia, what do you think?
I feel like I would be an abuser.
I know, young, so she act like she don't know.
Attraction is not that hard. You know how I know it's not that hard? You ain't even got to speak the same language to have attraction.
So
I spent 2 years in Korea. I spent 2 years in South Korea.
If you threw a rock at a man,
never had to. You can go to a man and feel soft. Feel soft. I mean, soft in temperament.
Yeah,
soft in energy. He gonna go, that's nice.
Now, can you go to a woman and display anything and she's gonna accept it the same way at the same rate that men do?
If a man, to me, if
a
man feels
good, yes.
If a man smells good,
and tell her how much he's capping.
Yes.
If he smells good, if he feels safe, where he ain't pushing up on you, but he's showing you he's here.
Yo, let's take a quick break real quick, because goddamn, there's a lot of cap going on. Big caps. Give me 1 second. We go.
So this poem is called Snowfall. It's off of my new album, The Weight of Grace, available everywhere. And it goes, Nadia, you a cold piece. I'm trying to stroke you in the dark, but it's a cold reach. Don't care about nobody but yourself. You don't need me. It's like you dumb, deaf, and blind. You don't see me. Loving you is like loving snowfall. You only love me when the snow falls. Love me when you're having withdrawals. This dude said, "Ho, do I look like a trick? Am I handing out treats? I'm out here trying to love you and you just trying to meet needs. I'm loving you from my heart and you just want to be free. I told your ass I don't want no parts. I told you chicks ain't shit, don't play with my heart. Dumb me feeling like first prize, just my vision telling a bunch of lies. I just thought you were ready for loving, beloved. Loving you is like loving snowfalls. You only love me when the snow falls." She said, Nadia, I wished you loved me. Love me like you love snowfalls. Love me like you love to get draws. Love me like you love your ideas, bringing out the best of me. But I swear for God, your love ignores the rest of me. You just see your idea of me. Yeah, bitch, believe me. When I fail to live up to your dreams, I swear to God, you'll leave me. How you tell me that perfection ain't required, but your standards are purely perfection's desires. You tell me I can be human, but hate me for making mistakes. Playing at enlightenment so 100% fake. Loving you is like loving snowfalls. You only love me when the snow falls. He said, ho, you don't love me. You don't know what love is. I can't feel you standing next to your image. Where's the real you? Cuddling up next to your shadow. Blocking the sun is your shadow. You trying to be above me and swear that you love me? You a cautionary tale. A hit below the belt. Don't love the snowfall. It'll only melt. Break your heart and leave you with nothing for yourself. I could have loved you. I really could have loved you. A damn shame you don't know shit about submission. How to submit to the mission. It's all about you, your wants, your needs, your house, this my seed, and you ain't getting it. You just a bi bitch getting by, confused and acting like you don't know why you by yourself. It's that selfish shit, that full of yourself shit. Ain't no space in your heart for a nigga. Cause loving you is like loving snowfalls. You only love it when the snow falls. And it's true. Loving me is like loving snowfalls. I'll do my best to love you when the snow falls. Boom.
Like that. 70% of men would call the police on her for throwing a rock at her when to take care of her.
They don't want to fight. They want to fight. They will look at me and be like, yeah, I can fight. They're going to want to fight. Like, no.
Maybe fight you in bed, but they're not going to try to fight you. They're not going to put that. Especially if you turn on your feminine. Maybe if you keep on the masculine, you're in trouble. But if you turn on your feminine, you know you can diffuse that situation a lot easier than the situations were reversed.
Honestly,
correct or no?
I want to say...
Correct or no? Am I lying?
No, but I want to say...
Go ahead. I'll let you know.
I meant like, no, you're wrong. But like, I was going to say, because just, I'm going to laugh. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to laugh. But if I am going to turn on femininity, what did you call it?
Turn on your femininity. You don't turn on your femininity? Why you... Hey, what's going on?
I told you, I'm someone who...
You embrace your masculinity?
I'm in both, yes. And there are times where I'm just walking in just my masculine.
Give me percent. You're what percent masculine, what percent feminine?
60% masculine.
Lottie.
I would agree.
Nadia. You too?
Yeah. Only because
right.
Only because I feel like I have to. I have so many things I need to get done as a homeowner and as a emerging businesswoman and as a poet, like trying to grind and make it in this industry. I have to.
Do you think the man you wants a female who believes she's 60% masculine and 40% feminine?
I feel like the man I want understands.
No, understands.
No.
Does he want that?
Let me finish. I don't.
Does he want it? Does he want that? Because think
Because
about it.
what am I?
The things
Can I
you
ask you
want.
a question?
Go ahead.
What do you expect a woman to do?
I expect a woman to be a helpmate. I expect her to be my help. I don't.
Yeah, while you're there, what do you
But
expect
what
her
do
to
you
do
do for
before she meets you? Like when she's on her own surviving.
I don't care.
What is she supposed to? So how am I supposed to do all the things I have to do to make my life work and be in my feminine?
Because you need to spend is how you.
I'm confused. Why is it separated?
That's
Why
what I
can't
can't
you
be-
walk in your feminine or masculine among life and do
Right.
what you need to
Like,
do
I feel like
and
you
still be
have
there
to.
enough for a partner?
I got you. It's because men don't want that.
But what men don't want that? Because I'm trying to understand what that is viewed as or what that looks like. I need
How
like
is
an
that
actual example
feasible?
of what would not be a good example of what a woman would do walking in her femininity.
And how is that feasible?
Oh, okay. So let's break it down, right? So earlier we said challenging, right? That was an aggressive thing, right? So is it fair to say that to A's question, because what's your question? Why is it not the same thing or?
Like, I need an example of what would be a bad way that a woman is walking in her femininity.
Before she meets her man. Or
With her man, whatever the situation that...
I want to hear before
offensive.
because I feel like I need to understand why it's not okay for a woman to be a mix.
Because the same reason that you don't want your man to be a mix, you would want not saying you would understand, but you would want your man to be masculine the majority of the time, closer to not 90% of the time.
But what could their femininity look like?
Right.
Because to me,
Here,
I
got
don't
you.
care.
All right, here's their femininity. Their femininity they could be super subservient to you. They can be.
What does
like,
that mean?
That means that means they don't challenge you. They allow you to say whatever you want. They let you do whatever you want. They don't put parameters or boundaries on themselves just for the sake of you.
What does that look like?
I got you. That means that when you want to go out and do things that may challenge your relationship, that make him feel uncomfortable. If you're gonna be in your masculine and say I'm gonna do what I want, and you take that masculine attitude, most men are gonna look at that as a challenge to the relationship, and that's not a net positive for a relationship. That's why.
Can I just say I feel like these terms have been so abused and misused
Like which one?
in masculinity and femininity.
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like they've been taken and played in a way that's not contextually or actual feasible for life.
Like why? What part of it is not feasible or?
Okay, I'm a woman, right? I'm a woman, but I'm also a grown woman who has to have a place to live, who has to deal with other people, who has to make it in life, right? My life, I have to walk into rooms with men and deal with men. Even as a homeowner, I have to deal with contractors who, just because I'm a woman, will tell me about materials I don't need, who will try to double prices and tell me about labor that's not accurate, but let me get a man in the room and all of that gets cut in half. Even finding a recording studio, there were engineers who trying to charge me 10 times more for a session to record a poem with no background music, no other tracks. It's just me and the microphone and these bars.
But and I get what you're saying. Like it's difficult to maneuver in a working environment.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
but
I'm not.
do you believe that women can operate in their femininity in these same spaces?
Yes.
I agree.
You have to be careful. Not
Do you
and
agree
not
though? Do
getting.
you agree? Disagree?
No,
Disagree.
not in some of these rooms. No.
Say I disagree.
I disagree.
All right. So let's
I
talk about
believe
it.
I can be.
In what way? Sorry, go
Go
on.
ahead. I'm sorry. I believe I can be soft and nurturing,
In the
but
workplace.
in the right place with
Workplace.
the right in the workplace. No.
What do you
think you can?
wait?
So remember, my original question is, can you be feminine in the workplace? You said yes. She said no. She
No.
cannot be feminine in the workplace. You said you
Not my entire feminine. No.
and
Yes, I see what you mean now.
You know what
and
I'm
I was
saying?
gonna say yes because I was gonna say I can be feminine, but in moments that's why I don't like how that sounds because my feminine is masculine.
Right.
I can still be
That doesn't make any
assertive
sense.
and be feminine. How does that not make sense?
Because
I had high leadership roles. I can be feminine and still be assertive. I can look you in your face and be friendly and still let you know you need to get your shit together at work.
But being friendly is feminine. That's not a. That's.
No, that's not.
Why not?
So being friendly is being feminine?
A feminine woman is not friendly?
Hold on. No, write that back. You can't be so if you're being friendly to someone, you're being feminine. Just that common gesture, the common social, like...
Being okay. Now in the context of being soft and friendly, yes, you can do that in the feminine. Women can, you can do it in the feminine way, and you can't do it in the masculine way. And when women do it in the feminine way, it works. When when men do it, it's not just, you don't get the same results.
What does that look like? Because I'm confused why there's a masculine and feminine version of being friendly.
Okay, so let's go back to challenging, right? Because challenging,
like how I greet you.
No.
Approach. Are we talking approachability?
Let's talk about challenging people in the workplace, right? Because we agreed already. I'll just stick on that one because we already agreed on that.
Okay.
We agree that challenging is a masculine trait. When men do it,
I don't agree with that. I said it looks as if we're, in my head, if a female at work is being assertive or whatever, they're called a bitch. They're not seen as a boss. They're not seen as something. It's mostly seen to be, okay, well, men do it. So it has to be pushed to being a masculine thing.
Real quick, because you just said that you want to see it. So I'm a man. Let's say I had another man here. And I'm like, oh, go to the car and get this. Go to the car and get that. And I'm not paying him. This man is just subservient. Is that masculine that he's submissive to what I'm saying? That he's being submissive to my request? Is that
masculine that he's subservient to you?
Yes.
Or are you just being rude?
No.
I'm not going to put that word to that. I would think about you, what you're doing. To me, you're not being masculine.
No. Listen.
Like,
can we change?
The example is that the man is being subservient to another man. Is that masculine? The man that's being subservient to another.
He has no choice. Look at throughout history. There's many times you had black men polishing their shoes. Like, was he being masculine? He had to. So a gesture,
if it wasn't for money, if it wasn't for money, he was being emasculated. Yes. That's why the word emasculated exists. He was being emasculated.
I feel like then that would be unhealthy terms, unhealthy ideology, unhealthy values, unhealthy traits. Something that would have to be changed for 2023 because that's how you let these little men
earlier
boys.
They said challenging was masculine. No, all of a sudden it's not masculine anymore. That's really interesting. You both agreed. Vaughn, am I bugging? Did they both agree that challenging was a masculine trait? And that's why I use, if a woman is challenging a man and he says, yo, stop challenging me because your masculine challenges are challenging my masculine tendencies.
Right, but
and this is not conducive to our relationship. And that was a masculine trait. We all agreed that.
But I said that you guys could both be masculine. I said that you could both be masculine. There's no reason why you can't.
And I agree with you, but that's still being masculine. You can't say I'm being masculine, I'm being feminine. That's not how it works. If you're being masculine, you're not being feminine. You're being feminine.
What does a man look like to you?
A man, to me, outside the biological obvious thing to see, a man is somebody who is confident, who leads, who takes charge, who takes responsibility and accountability. And just encapsulate like leadership and characteristics.
So a healthy masculine man, in your opinion, would tell another person, "Go get me some of this." Is that how healthy masculinity sounds?
It's not that's how it sounds, but giving tasks, that's masculine. Yes. That can come off masculine. But
if you're going to lead, you have to also know how to communicate. Yes, right. And you have to have integrity. So you have to be able to have some type of wisdom to understand that you can't just push. You have to also really.
And it's not subservient to hear a request and
no, it's not.
Complete a task.
I agree. But my question about the whole, taking requests and being submissive to another man was. You said, what is a submissive, what a feminine man looks like. And I try to say a man that is submissive. And you guys said that's not. And I said, well, let's put it into terms. If a man is being submissive to another man, do you guys identify that as masculinity? The person that's running errands, would you then look at him and say, he's operating.
Is that his job?
No, it's not his job. He's just his personality is submissive.
The reason
he takes
why I'm
requests. Hold on. He doesn't challenge me. He takes requests and he does what is said to him. Does that rub off as masculine?
Is that his job?
Why can't you help
me?
If I'm asking you for a favor, I don't see that's a problem. But if you're saying that he just always do whatever I say, I feel like then that's coming from a point of view that I'm a bad person who can't see that I'm using someone and being malicious.
Because I feel like
if you put out a request, you're not using someone. Now, if I say, move the box or do this or this. I'm not saying the person doing it to be mean or be, there's tasks that need to be done. I'm
But
saying
do you
the person,
know if the person wants to do it in that moment, if they have the time to do it in that moment? If you don't even think about that and you're just like, I know if I ask them or tell them to do something, they're going to do it, you're being malicious. You have bad intent.
That's not true. But we'll take a quick break and we'll get back to this because that is not
like
true.
If I order you, if
That's
I'm
what
like,
I'm
but I'm not thinking, oh,
it.
maybe this person is busy and they doing something.
We're back again. And so, so I forgot where I just left off. Okay, now I was saying that. So let's say we're talking about delegating tasks as being feminine, correct? That's where we last left off at.
Delegating or accepting?
No, delegating tasks. So sorry, the person accepting the task, right? If that person was your man, right? So your man is chilling with his friends, right? His friends are being super, polite. Hey, bro, grab that for me. Hey, bro, but they're not asking nobody else because they know if they ask somebody else, that other person's gonna challenge them and they don't want to hear it. They're gonna ask the person who's gonna say yes. If that person's always saying yes, is your man. Do you look at that as him being not him being masculine, but do you look at that right there as a masculine thing? That he's the one that they can go to say yes, 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 without him challenging anybody.
Did you want to go
Very
first?
quiet.
I got nothing for him.
Okay, I was gonna say no. And since you said like that,
saying
taking out the sun part, no. I would think in my head, you have a people pleasing problem. Mm-hmm. You have people pleasing problem, right. And everyone, male or female, do it. But like, because in that way, that's different. Like that's just, again, you're being punked out. You're being used. And that's a people pleasing problem.
All right, y'all. We had a very impactful conversation today. I heard a lot of capping. I heard a lot of what's the word again I used?
You capping.
I want y'all to jump in the comments. You let them ladies know and let me know. Let me know if I'm wrong. I could be 100% be wrong. Ladies, rip me apart in the comments. Tell me what you think. I sometimes be babbling. We about to hear Nadia do what she does. We're about to hear Nadia do what she does because I got her here for a real reason. And you guys learned who she is, you know what I mean? And now you're going to hear what she do for real. You feel me? Hey, you excited?
I am.
You excited? All right, y'all. We about to get it.